may thus include economic well-being of the employees and social and physiological satisfaction of employees and development of human resources. So, this and all should be important. And then national objectives. So, we must do the business, we must deal the business up to the self-satisfaction, that is called Tanniraivu Adaidal. Okay, so we need not depend upon the foreign countries. Okay, we can do the export. So, government of India is giving full importance to the export of business to the foreign countries. So, you should think it about that to do the business more and more. So, business activities should be conducted keeping those goods, goals of the country in mind, which may be called national objective of business. National objective of a business. And then let us see that chapter 3, classification of business industry, commerce and trade. I told that industries means production, overall production and supplying the goods to the people. So, this and all called industries. And then all these processes taking place from the point of production to one point consumption are collectively called as the business activities. All business activities can be classified into two broad categories, industry and commerce. First of all, you should know very clear about what is industry. Industry refers to economic activities which are connected with the conversion of resources into useful goods. Okay, conversion of resources into useful goods. Like example, I can tell that groundnut into oil, cotton into thread, and after that thread it used to have weaving and everything, we used to wear the shirt like that. So, that is called industry. And then the production side of business activities referred to as industry, and these include activities related to the producing, processing of goods as well as breeding and raising of animals. Okay, even koli panna, attu panna, maattu panna. Okay, this and all called as a industry. And then let us see that on the basis of activities, primary industries, secondary industries, tertiary industry. Primary industry means what? The primary industry is concerned with the production of goods with the help of nature. Okay, that is called a primary industry. And then extractive secondary industry means converting the raw material into finished product. Converting the raw material into finished product. Say for example, paddy you cannot consume as in the raw material, as a raw material. Okay, so you have to boil, you have to dry it up, then you have to grind it, then only you can use it as a rice, bring it as a rice for eating. And then agriculture, farming, forestry, fishing, horticulture, this and all comes as a primary function. Okay, and then extractive industries. What do you mean by extractive industries? Oil taking. Okay, these industries extract or draw out products from natural sources. So, the goods used as a grind, okay, mining, oil drilling, hunting and fishing operations, this and all called extracting business. And then genetic industries. Genetic industries means these industries remain engaged in breeding plants, other weather panna. Okay, panna illa weather kudukurathu, onion, even coconut, even sugarcane, etc., like that. So, the seeds and the nursery companies, poultry and dairy and piggery and hatcheries and nursery fisheries, this all comes in that category. So, that is called genetic industries. And then secondary industry. Secondary industries means they are concerned with the using materials which have already been extracted at its primary stage. These industries process such materials to produce goods for final consumption or their further processing of industrial use. For example, mining of an iron ore. Sorangatula, they take out the iron ore and converting that iron ore by giving the heat process, they will get a pure iron and dust separates like that. That is called the iron industry. And then manufacturing industry. Manufacturing industry means producing goods. So, manufacturing industries may be further divided into 4 categories on the basis of method of analytical industry, and then synthetic industry and processing industry and assembling industry and construction industry. Construction industry, you know very well about the construction. Okay, apartment kattaradu. These are not called buying the cement, buying the goods and soil, sand, everything, and ordering place the bricks, everything. They start the construction. It is called construction industries. Assembling industry. What do you mean by assembling industry? Assembling industry means what you call like TV, and then electronic boards, and then computer. Okay, they buy a separate desk, what you call desktop separate, CPU separate, and this what you call keyboard separate, like that, separate. So this is called assembling of goods. Okay, and then even now they supply the goods. LG company they do the service. What you call assembling goods, they have that what you call udri பாகங்களை வாங்கி assemble பண்ணுறது. Even the cars also like that only. Okay, they produce here only the body, the engines, everything comes from a foreign country. Okay, they assemble the goods, they do the cutting, they do the welding, they do the painting. Okay, and they fix the wheels. Okay, then they keep the insert the engines. So they start that, it goes away. Okay, like that. This is called assembling industries. They don't want to leak out the technologies. They don't want to leak out the technologies for that only. So like that, assembly industries, even that flight also. Okay, and then tertiary industries. What assembling industry, and then processing industry which involves successive stages of manufacturing finished goods, as in the case of sugar and paper. Okay, what you call sugar, how they manufacture sugar, bagasse, you know, what you call extraction of that sugar cane, that material, waste material is called bagasse. Okay, that material is being what you call making it a paste, making as a paste, and they do the machine, they pour on the machine and do the allow the giving the what you call minimum level heat, accepting level heat, and they get the paper. So that is called paper industry. And then sugar industry. So cutting down the sugar cane and supplying in that machine, and it used to crush the extract the what you call the extraction. So that is called a sugar industry. Then synthetic industry which combines various ingredients like coal, lime, zinc, etc. into a new product, as in the case of cement. Okay, cement la pathinaka it is not in a one product, it is not in a cement is a product, but it is being mixed with many things. Okay, coal, limestone, and zinc, etc. like that. Okay, ash, coal ash, like that. And then analytical industry. What do you mean analytical industry? Which analyzes and separates different elements from the same materials, as in the case of oil refineries. That is called a analytical industry. So I told that analytical industry, synthetic industry, processing industry, and assembling industry, and construction industry. Now let's see the tertiary industry. What do you mean by tertiary industry? The people, they do the service to the public. Okay, like a plumber and electrician and servant maid, etc. They do the personalized service. And then public service, what you call medical aids, government hospital, government college, government schools, government police. Okay, government offices, taluk office, collector office. So this is all called public service. And then distributive service, transportation, warehousing, logistics, salesmanship. Okay, come under the type of service. Even Zomato, Swiggy, this and all comes as a distributive service. And then financial service, banking, factoring, accounting, and insurance, etc. are called a financial service. And the quaternary service. What do you mean by quaternary service? Professional or specialized skills and high technology are used to provide type of service. For example, software development and auditing and research and development. This and all comes as a quaternary service. Then quinary service. New ideas are generated, new technologies are evolved, new policies are implemented by selected individuals. Okay, this and all called a quinary services. And then on the basis of size, the scale of operations industries may be classified as a micro industry, small industry, medium industry, large industry. Micro industry, small industry, medium industry, and large industry. So if you invest little money, it is called micro industry. If you invest little more money, it is called a small scale industry. If you invest medium level of money, okay, like 10 lakh, what you call it, 10 crore, 20 crore, below 50 crore, it is called a medium industry. Then large industry. Large industry means investing money in 10,000 crores, 20,000 crores, 25,000 crores, like that. Okay, example, Kudankulam project, atomic plant, and then Kalpakam atomic plant, and Neyveli Lignite Corporation. This and all comes as under the large scale industries. And then commerce. What is commerce? Commerce refers to all those activities which are necessary for bringing goods from place of production to the place of their consumption. Place of production. Okay, wherever the goods or resources are available, they collect the resources and keep in a particular place and they do the production, and after the production they send the goods to allow the goods to all over the country. That is called commerce. Commerce includes not only trade but also services such as transport, warehousing, packaging, insurance, banking and sales promotion, which are incidental or auxiliaries to trade. Okay, now you should know about trade. What do you mean by trade? The term trade is used to denote buying and selling. Buying and selling. Trade is an essential part of commerce. It helps in making the goods produced available to ultimate consumers to users. Ultimate consumers and users. Okay, so trade must satisfy the consumers. Therefore, one who buys and sells is a trader. A trader is a middleman between the producer and the consumer. Trader is a middleman, like an agent. And trade may be classified into internal trade and external trade. Within the country they do the business is called internal trade. What you call out of the country, what you call crossing the Indian border, crossing the India border. Okay, doing the business with Sri Lanka, doing the business with Malaysia, doing the business with Japan, doing the business with Russia, doing the business with the other countries. Okay, this is called international trade or external trade. And then now you see the transportation. What do you mean by transportation? Goods from one place to other place wants to go. Selling all the goods produced at the near to the production place is not possible. Okay, அங்கேயே தயார் பண்ணி அங்கேயே விற்கணும், it is not possible. So it must come out from Maruti Udyag is producing the vehicle in the Delhi. Okay, so all the buyers want to go to Delhi buying the goods is not possible. So that is why they bring the goods, okay, by doing the transportation to sell the goods. So this is called a transportation. And then banking. Banking means to start a business or to run smoothly we require money. Okay, so banks supply money. Banks is the supplier of money. Nowadays we cannot think of business without bank. Okay, without bank you cannot do any business. So and then insurance. What do you mean by insurance? Insurance means what you call covering the loss. It's what you call securing the loss, giving guarantee to the product or giving guarantee to the human being. Okay, insurance is available in all the way. What you call life insurance, vehicle insurance, accidental insurance, health insurance. Okay, like that. What you call house insurance, business insurance, goods in transit and goods in overseas. So goods in agriculture. So everything is possible in the insurance field. And then warehousing. What do you mean by warehousing? We produce the goods more and more. But all the goods is saving in one place, it is difficult. Okay, so we must construct the what you call warehouse. That is why the government is constructing and given the what you call constructed the godown to accumulate the goods. So warehouse is a place where accumulation of goods. Accumulation means what? A also bringing the goods, B also bringing the goods, C also bringing the goods, D also bringing the goods. Okay, like all the farmers bringing the goods. That's called collectiveness. So they collectively keep the goods in that particular place in order to give the protection and demolition of goods. This is all called warehouse. So the warehouse is what you call two part. One is central warehouse, other one is state warehouse. Even private warehouses also there. Private warehouses means they do the warehousing facility only for the personal use. Okay, not for the others use. So the government keeping the paddy, wheat, pulses, oil, kerosene, and then palm oil, like that. Okay, they used to keep in a very safe condition, and from there when time of requirement they used to take the goods. So this is called distribution in the proper time. Okay, almost all the areas, all the districts, all the taluk centers, okay, they constructed the warehouses and keeping the goods in that. So in order to maintain the price standard also, otherwise goods price will not be maintained in that. Okay, now let's see that sole proprietorship. What do you mean by sole proprietorship? A single person start the business, invest in the money, run the business. It is called sole proprietor. Are you clear? Sole proprietor means it's a one man business. Okay, whenever he likes, எப்போ லைக் பண்ணுறானோ அப்போ கடையை திறப்பான், எப்போ லைக் பண்ணலையோ அப்போ கடையை மூடிக்கும். ஓகே, தட் இஸ் கால்டு ஒன் மேன் பிஸ்னஸ். அண்ட் ஃபங்க்ஷன்ஸ், இட்ஸ் ஹேவிங் வாட் யூ கால் என்ஜாயிங் என்டையர் ப்ராஃபிட் and enjoying unlimited liability and freedom of work and absence of government regulation. So government will not give any disturbance to the sole proprietor and no separate entity and maintenance of secrecy. Okay, he used to maintain the secrecy, everything. In that sole tradership also there is the advantages and disadvantages is there. So advantages, easy formation. Okay, it is very easily to form the sole trader, and then incentive to work hard. So as much as he deep in hard working, okay, he will acquire, he will enjoy the profit, he will enjoy the profit. And then small capital, for the sole tradership it requires a small capital like 10 lakh to 1 crore or 2 crore like that. Okay, it is very simple. Even what you call a person start the business for the idli shop like that. Okay. And then credit standing. What do you mean by credit standing? Since he is an individual person, he can get loan from many persons with his influence for developing his business. Okay, that is called credit standing. கடை வச்சிருக்கேன்னு சொன்னால் 4 பேர் காசு கொடுப்பாங்க. ஓகேவா, ஃபார் த ஃபைனான்சியல் அசிஸ்டன்ட் ஆர் ஃபைனான்சியல் சப்போர்ட் லைக் தட். And then personal contact with the customer. So the sole trader is having the reliable customers. In this business, he knows about the customers very well. He can have the direct contact with the customer. Flexibility. Here it is very easy for the owner to change the business according to the season. Okay, in the business சரியா வரலனா he can change into other business. Okay, idli கடை ஓடலனா juice கடை வைக்கலாம், juice கடை ஓடலனா bakery கடை வைக்கலாம். Like that he can switch over the business from one stand to other stand. And then disadvantages. What do you mean by disadvantages? தீமைகள் என்ன? Limited capital. He cannot go more and more investing in the money in the business. That is the first limited capital. Then limited managerial skill. Only his knowledge. Okay, our business, our knowledge, our idea, அவ்வளவுதான் அது ஓடும், அதுக்கு மேலே அது ஓடாது. Okay, it is limited. So this is called a disadvantages. Now let's see that partnership. What do you mean by partnership? Partnership means, Hindu undivided family. What do you mean by Hindu undivided family? Hindu undivided family means there was in the olden period it was like that. Okay, now micro family and macro family. Micro family means a father, mother, brother, sister, son and daughter is called micro family. And macro family means father, mother, grandfather, grandmother, brother-in-law, sister-in-law, cousin, everything comes in that category. This is called a Hindu undivided family. Okay, and then you should know what is Hindu undivided family. Families agree to live and work together. Even if you go to that Tirunelveli, Thuthukudi, Sivagangai, in that Ramnad, Karaikudi, in that means they used to consider the house 1 acre of land. 3 bedroom, 5 bedroom like that. Okay, so இவர் ஃபேமிலி, அண்ணன் ஃபேமிலி தனியாக இருக்கும், தம்பி ஃபேமிலி தனியாக இருக்கும், அப்பா அம்மா தனியாக இருப்பாங்க. ஓகேவா, ஆல் டுகெதர், பட் ஆல் த குக் டுகெதர் and started serving the food in that one place. Okay, so like that it is called a Hindu undivided family. In that Hindu undivided family, the business of the giant Hindu family is controlled and managed by under the Hindu law. And then management, all the affairs of a giant Hindu family are controlled and managed by one person who is known as Karta. கர்த்தானா யார்? குடும்ப தலைவர் ஆர் மேனேஜர். ஓகேவா, இப்போ ரேஷன் கார்டில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா யூ கேன் சி தட் மெனி நேம்ஸ் இன் தட். ஓகேவா, ஃபாதர் நேம், மதர் நேம், சன் நேம், daughter's name, daughter-in-law name, like that many names will be there, but the head of the person only one person, that is called Karta. And then membership by birth. The Hindu undivided family, how the membership comes means by birth. அந்த வீட்டில் குழந்தை பிறந்தா அது அந்த பிஸ்னஸில் அதுக்கு பங்கு உண்டு. ஓகே, that is called by birth. And then permanent existence, it is the permanent existence till the death. And then implied authority of Karta. So in the joint stock company what you call joint family firm, only Karta has the implied authority to enter into a contract for debts and pledge for the property of the firm or for the ordinary purpose of the businesses of the firm. Okay, only Karta can take decision about what you call loan arrangements, buying and selling and everything. And then minor also co-partner. Joint Hindu family firm, even a what you call a newborn baby, even a newborn baby can be a co